the government of the day must come out and say no to some of these things. I'll give you a typical example. In 1993, I think I was the general manager of New Nigerian newspaper in Lagos then. And the then administrator of Lagos State, there was this building somewhere along, I think, Jibo. That building alone was the cause of flood in the entire axis of Yaba, Jibo to Ikorodu Road. And the administrator then went there and pulled down that building. The people in Jibo may not know this story today. Through Ikorodu Road. That was what happened. But today, if a governor tries to do that, they will say it's not being fair to the people. Look, there's no sentiment in making life better for people. You can imagine the number of lives, properties that have been destroyed in the last flood. There are things we can avoid.
Let me quickly just chip in this because recently, just to get your reaction, of course, still talking about the Lagos State now. A few days ago, it's an ongoing exercise, really. The Makoko residents, those living on the Lagos Lagoon, just by the third mainland bridge, there's a demolition exercise going on there, and of course, reactions for and against. Some support it, some actually don't support it. But what's your take on that?
I absolutely and totally support it. You forgot the Morocco some few years ago. I mean, look, let's put sentiments apart. I want to strongly come out and commend the Lagos State government. There's no gainsaying. We need to do the right thing. We are going to pay the price. If we don't pay it now, we'll pay it some few years' time. These people, look at, okay, do you know that 80% of criminals live under the bridge in Lagos? It's the easiest place to keep stolen goods. It's the easiest place to kidnap people and do a lot of things. And the Lagos government now is saying no to it. Instead of fairly educated people, literate people to understand what the government is saying, they start putting sentiment. There's no sentiment in development.
Well, of course, the people, the residents there, okay, fine, you ask them to leave, but where will they go? And most of them are fishermen. They say they fish. So in one way, they're also contributing, in any way they can to support the economy back in Lagos. So what happens to them?
We have fishermen all over the world, and they don't disrupt the society because they are fishermen. No. My take to this is, why must everybody live inside Lagos? Why? There's no reason for it. The thing I would agree with some of them is government will start to look at developing satellite towns. That I know. Look, if you live in London, you have Debenhams in London, you have ShopRite in London, you have McDonald's in London, you have Kentucky Chicken in London. Go outside London to Elephant House. It's on Victoria Road. On Victoria Route over the train. It's about 45 minutes train out of London. You still have Debenhams, ShopRite, and every other thing. I agree. I understand what we need to do. That will create more jobs outside London, reducing the traffic into London. But whereby Lagos City is about the only place for everybody to be. See, Abuja is becoming congested now. All the people from Maiduguri, from Jos, from Kaduna, from Kano, they're all moving into Abuja now. Now, I really pity the minister. No matter what he wants to do, he has to go extra miles to be able to curtail the traffic, the inflow. But we should have seen.
And don't you think these sort of challenges, like the issue of traffic, doesn't it have some negative effect for our tourism?
It does. That's why I have always championed that. And I'm happy yesterday. And you see, I'm worried because everybody will just say, Mr. President, we cannot, 150 million people, we cannot have free flow easily without a rail system. It's not possible. No matter the number. Look, even our roads are a bit overused. used totally. We need a rail system.